You might be doing everything right, eating healthy, staying active, and working out like the experts say. But what if I told you that one innocent movement could silently raise your stroke risk overnight? Yes, even exercises that seem safe, like sit-ups, planks, or gentle yoga, could turn dangerous after 60. As a practicing physician, my name is Dr. Ethan Walker, and I've spent over 2 decades helping American seniors live longer, safer lives. And what I've seen again and again is this. People think they're helping their health, but they're actually putting more pressure on their heart and brain than they realize. This isn't about avoiding exercise. It's about knowing which exercises to avoid and why. Your body over 60 isn't the same as it was at 30. Blood pressure shifts faster, balance isn't as reliable, arteries are more sensitive. And a sudden twist, a held breath, a strain in the wrong position, these can all quietly trigger a stroke, sometimes that night. So let's walk through the 9 exercises that might be putting you or someone you love at risk. But first, let me tell you about a man named Thomas. Thomas Rivera was a 71-year-old retired postman from Pennsylvania. Strong legs, clear mind, a real go-getter. He believed that staying fit was his ticket to independence. Every morning, he did a series of exercises from YouTube, crunches, planks, even a bit of yoga. One day, he added a move he saw in a Power Seniors video, the plank hold. At first, he felt great. Stronger, even. But then something changed. After just 1 week of adding the new plank routine, Thomas began waking up with pounding headaches. He brushed it off as dehydration. Then, one afternoon, after holding a plank for 90 seconds, he stood up and the room spun. He staggered, lost his balance, hit the counter, and blacked out. He woke up in the ER. A mild transient ischemic attack, or mini-stroke, doctors said. Any changes in your routine? The neurologist asked. Thomas mentioned the plank holds and core work. That breath holding and strain. That could have done it. Today, Thomas is fine, but he no longer holds his breath during workouts. He learned a lesson I want to pass on to every American over 60. Not every safe movement is really safe for your brain. Hidden danger number 1, forward bending. Let's begin with one of the most innocent-looking moves, bending forward quickly to pick something up. This seems like a simple part of daily life, but if you're over 60, that sudden movement can send blood rushing to your head and then dropping back fast. This blood pressure swing is called orthostatic hypotension. And here's the danger. When the brain doesn't get enough blood during that shift, you can feel dizzy, lightheaded, or even pass out. Some people fall, some hit their head, and some, like Thomas, don't even realize it was the bending motion that started the problem. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society showed that older adults are significantly more prone to blood pressure drops after bending or changing positions too fast. So what's the fix? Always plant your feet firmly. Bend your knees slightly when reaching forward. Move slowly and hold a stable surface like a table or chair. Never rush, especially if you've just stood up. These simple steps could literally prevent a fall or a stroke. Hidden danger number 2, neck twists and rolls. Let's move just a little higher, to your neck. Ever tried loosening it up with quick twists or rolls? Seems like a great way to shake off stiffness, but it can actually cause more harm than good. Inside your neck run the vertebral arteries, which send oxygen-rich blood to your brain, especially the parts that control balance. When you jerk or twist your head suddenly, those arteries can compress or even tear slightly. One case in the New England Journal of Medicine told of a man in his 60s who suffered a stroke minutes after twisting his neck during a basic stretch. No accident, no injury, just a neck roll. I once met a woman who did neck rolls daily. She started getting blurry vision and dizzy spells. Her doctor traced it back to her stretches. She slowed down, moved more gently, and the symptoms vanished. So, remember, move your head slowly. No jerking or snapping motions. If you feel tension, try warm compresses or consult a physical therapist. Your neck arteries are delicate, and your brain depends on them. Hidden danger number 3. Breath holding while lifting. Now let's talk weights, something I encourage all seniors to use, but with one big warning. Holding your breath while lifting, called the Valsalva maneuver, can cause your blood pressure to spike dramatically. And that pressure surge can affect your brain's arteries, especially if you have high blood pressure or vascular issues. The American Heart Association found that blood pressure can surge past 300 millimeters mercury during heavy lifts with breath holding. That's more than enough to burst weakened vessels. A retired firefighter once told me how he blacked out after lifting a heavier barbell. He was strong, trained, and confident, but he instinctively held his breath. And his doctor said that one action triggered a near-stroke event. So here's the rule. Always exhale during effort as you lift or push. Inhale on release. Don't chase heavy numbers, chase control and rhythm.
Hidden danger number 4. Upside-down yoga poses. Next up, yoga. Yes, it's wonderful, but not all poses are safe for everyone. Inverted poses like the shoulder stand, headstand, or even downward dog can send excess blood to your brain. If your arteries are weakened, that extra pressure can be risky. I once met a senior who loved shoulder stands every morning, but she began feeling headaches, eye pressure, and even blurry vision. Her doctor confirmed the increased cranial pressure from those upside-down poses was a bad match for her age and condition. The fix? Try legs up the wall instead. Gentle, calming, and safe. Always tell your yoga instructor about your health conditions. Avoid full inversion unless cleared by a professional. Your body can still stretch and strengthen without the danger. Hidden danger number 5. Evening high-intensity workouts. Let's talk about when you work out, not just how. Many American seniors find evening workouts peaceful. It's quiet, it's cooler, and it feels like the perfect time to unwind. But intense night workouts, especially ones that involve speed or strain, can backfire. Why? Because when you exercise late, you're triggering your sympathetic nervous system, your on switch. That means increased heart rate, higher blood pressure, and more internal alertness just when your body should be winding down. This alert state at bedtime can lead to nighttime hypertension, a silent risk factor for strokes while you sleep. A 2022 study from Hypertension Research showed that adults over 60 who did high-intensity evening exercise had significantly elevated nighttime blood pressure, even if they were otherwise healthy. I recall a retired teacher named Gloria. She used to run every evening after dinner. She noticed she couldn't sleep well, and once she woke up dizzy with a pounding heart. Her cardiologist told her the truth. That late-night exertion was silently increasing her stroke risk. She switched to a morning walk, and her symptoms disappeared. So remember, do cardio in the morning or early afternoon. Save evenings for light stretching, slow walks, or gentle yoga. Your brain and heart will thank you for it. Hidden danger number 6. Sit-ups and fast core workouts. Now let's talk about your core. You've been told for years that sit-ups and crunches are the secret to a strong midsection. And while having a stable core is essential, especially to prevent falls, Doing these exercises too fast, too often, or with poor breathing can disrupt blood flow to your brain. Here's how. Quick abdominal motions increase intra-abdominal pressure, like squeezing your insides. That pressure compresses vessels and restricts oxygen from reaching your brain temporarily. It's like pinching a garden hose, and your brain is at the other end. One study from the American Journal of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation found that older adults who did rapid crunches had decreased cerebral blood flow, especially when they didn't pause or breathe properly between reps. I met a gentleman at a local wellness event, Harold. He felt lightheaded every time he did sit-ups in his morning routine. His doctor explained that the pressure from quick crunches was cutting off blood flow to his head. He switched to seated marches and pelvic tilts and never had another dizzy spell. So here's the safer way. Avoid fast or jerky ab movements. Choose slow, controlled core exercises. Exhale when tightening, inhale when releasing. Always focus on breath and balance, not speed. Hidden danger number 7, unsafe treadmill practices. Now let's step onto the treadmill. It looks like one of the safest exercise machines out there. No weather, no bumps, smooth surface. But there's a hidden danger here for older adults. Running too fast without holding the handrails. You see, as we age, our reaction time slows down. Our balance gets more sensitive. And the treadmill doesn't forgive mistakes. If you run at a pace that's too fast and you slip, the consequences can be devastating. Broken bones, head injuries, or in extreme cases, a stroke from the sudden cardiovascular strain. NHI data shows that seniors suffer the highest rate of treadmill injuries among all age groups, most due to loss of balance and lack of hand support. One man I knew in his 70s insisted on jogging hands-free. One day, he stumbled, hit the back rail, and flew off. He ended up with a serious concussion and admitted later, "If I had just touched the rail once, I would have caught myself." So here's what to do. Walk at an incline instead of running. Keep your pace steady, not fast. If you feel the slightest imbalance, hold the rails. Your life is worth more than the number on that screen.
Hidden danger number 8. Long planks and isometric strain. Let's revisit the plank, a full-body exercise often praised as the best for core strength. And while planks are effective, they also come with a hidden risk for older adults. That risk is isometric strain plus breath holding. When you hold a plank, your muscles contract hard to keep you stable. That raises internal chest and abdominal pressure. If you also hold your breath during the effort, many do this without realizing, you're cutting off oxygen, raising blood pressure, and potentially reducing blood flow to your brain and heart. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that holding your breath during planks caused significant systolic blood pressure spikes even in older, fit adults. A neighbor of mine, Anne, loved timing herself with long plank holds, 2 minutes or more. She started experiencing chest tightness and pounding headaches. After her doctor advised shorter holds with deep breathing, her symptoms vanished. Here's the better way. Do short plank holds. 20 to 30 seconds is great. Breathe continuously during the hold. Take breaks in between. Listen to your body. There's no trophy for pushing past your safety. Hidden danger number 9. Quick sit-to-stand exercises. Here's something we all do daily. Standing up and sitting down. But when you do it too fast, especially in repetition, it can trigger dizziness or blood pressure drops. This is called postural hypotension, and it's very common after 60. When you rise quickly, your blood has to fight gravity and rush up to your brain. If your vascular system reacts slowly, there's a delay, and your brain gets less oxygen even for a few seconds. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association showed that seniors who performed fast-paced sit-to-stand movements were more likely to feel dizzy and had a higher risk of falls and fractures. My friend Jack added quick squats to his morning routine, but he began having dizzy spells and even stumbled a few times. Once he slowed down and paused between reps, the dizziness vanished. So what should you do? Rise slowly from chairs or beds. Take a moment to let your body adjust. Hold on to something stable if needed. Balance is wisdom, not weakness. Wrapping up, it's about hope, not fear. Now, we've just walked through some of the most common movements that can turn dangerous after 60. But this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. It's about knowing what your body needs now and how to protect it smartly. As Dr. Ethan Walker, my message to every American senior is simple. Movement is medicine, but only when prescribed correctly. You don't have to stop stretching. You don't have to stop lifting. You just need to move smarter, not harder. Respect your breathing. Watch for pressure spikes, and never ignore how your body feels. During or after exercise, let every movement be a celebration of life, not a risk to it. How to exercise safely after 60. Now that we've uncovered the dangers, it's time to talk about the solutions. Because you don't need to stop moving. You just need to move smart. Let's start with your routine. Whether you're doing strength, stretching, or cardio, focus on control and breathing. The rule is simple. Exhale when you exert, inhale when you release. That single breathing habit can protect your brain, your heart, and your blood pressure. Many American seniors were never taught this, but it's the #1 way to avoid pressure-related complications. And don't be afraid to modify. In fact, choosing gentler alternatives doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. Here are some senior-safe swaps. Instead of fast sit-ups, try seated marches. Instead of long planks, try wall push-ups. Instead of running, try brisk walking or incline treadmill. Instead of leg presses, try resistance bands or sit-to-stand drills. Every one of these movements builds real strength without overloading your vascular system.
Create a weekly senior-friendly routine. Let's build a safe weekly plan using Dr. Ethan Walker's 3M rule. Move, maintain, and monitor. Monday, movement. Go for a 30-minute walk. Include wall push-ups and leg lifts. Wednesday, maintain. Focus on balance work. Try seated leg raises, toe taps, and side steps. Hold on to a chair for stability. Friday, monitor. Check your blood pressure before and after exercise. Notice how you feel during activity. Practice breathing techniques. Inhale 3 seconds, exhale 4. These 3 days alone can improve your circulation, posture, cognitive clarity, muscle tone. And always listen to your body. Feeling dizzy? Pause. Out of breath? Rest. Lightheaded? Hydrate and don't rush. Consistency matters more than intensity. A long life isn't won in a day. It's built gently, one smart habit at a time. Empowerment through awareness. So what have we really uncovered today? It's not that movement is bad, it's that uninformed movement is risky. The older body needs respect, not resistance. It needs you to understand its limits and to move with compassion, not competition. If you've recognized one or more of these risky exercises in your routine, don't panic. Awareness is step 1. Adjustment is step 2. You can be stronger at 70 than you were at 50, but only if you stop pushing like you're 30. My approach isn't about limiting your freedom. It's about protecting your future.
so you can travel, play with grandkids, climb stairs, dance at weddings, and live every day without fear of a fall, stroke, or blackout. I want to close with this. Every year I meet patients who say the same thing. I wish I had known this sooner. They meant well. They followed trends, but they didn't know about breathe holding, rapid head movements, high-strain core exercises, inversion poses. Now you do, and that gives you power. Power to move wisely, to train for longevity, not just strength, to exercise with confidence, not confusion. So next time you step onto your yoga mat, or grab dumbbells, or stretch out your legs, just remember to pause, breathe, and ask, is this building me up or putting me at risk? When you move with intention, you protect everything you love, your independence, your brain, your future. If this video helped you think differently, or helped you feel seen, leave a comment below. Have you ever felt dizzy after exercise? Are you doing any of these movements now? Let's learn from one another. You never know who might be helped by your story. Comment. Share this video with a loved one over 60. Subscribe to Strong Step 50 Plus for more senior-safe tips from Dr. Ethan Walker. Because your best years are still ahead of you, and we want to help you live them fully. Until next time, move smart, breathe deeply, and always take care of that amazing body of yours.